Today is a mess, ladies and gentlemen. I am 5 minutes into my commute, just merging onto the highway. I've already seen 2 accidents and heard a building's fire alarm going off. So, fingers crossed we make it out of this vlog alive. I believe here comes another police officer. Yep. So I wanted to talk today and give you guys a little bit of insight on a topic that not a lot of people have covered. What is it like building a car and making videos on it, or building a car on the internet? Now, from the beginning with this car, I said I was building this car for me on the internet, not building this car for the internet. That means no big wing, you know, that kind of deal. This is completely my taste, and the internet hasn't liked some things that I've done, and you know, while it kind of bothers me that you guys don't see what I see, it is what it is. Everybody has different opinions on stuff. Most notably, the yellow calipers, which I think looked fantastic, and you were wrong if you said I should do them red instead of yellow. And then the fact that I debadged the trunk, so I still have S4, but it doesn't say, or rather it doesn't have the Audi emblem anymore. Now I have friends who tell me that I should put the Audi emblem back on too. It's not just the internet, but it's my car. I'll do what I want. One of the struggles of building a car online though is that you do get so much more feedback. I'm lucky to have the following that I have, but that means that I get a lot of comments, and when a lot of comments say the same thing that goes against your opinion, you start to think, okay, maybe I was wrong. Maybe I should have done it the other way. We are out of the area of the accident, and that means no more traffic. See ya. But you know, when someone tells you the same thing over and over and over and over again, you eventually start to believe them, in the same way that, you know, enough people comment about the Audi emblem being gone on the trunk that I started to think, oh, maybe I should just put it back on to keep them happy. And that's exactly what I'm trying not to do. But it is difficult. It's not something that's just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do me. Because me, like everyone else, I'm influenced by what other people like. I will say that when I build cars, and you know, cars, this is my second car I'm really building, the GTI being the first. When I'm building cars, I do have a vision in my mind. And that vision sometimes changes. Like, I'm already getting an idea of what I want to do for next season, even though we're only in May of this season. My mind just kind of works like that. The issue I run into is that sometimes the internet thinks that I should do something else from the image that I have in my mind, and sometimes that image ends up getting changed a little bit. While that's not a bad thing, again, you know, you have friends who offer input on your car, and that obviously is going to change your input. So, you know, why not have 40,000 friends? Thank you for 40,000, by the way. Why not have 40,000 friends who can offer input on my car? And it's not like I'm dismissing your input altogether, but if it's something that I'm really set on, I'm not going to let the internet telling me no not make me do it. You know, I'd rather have people be mad at me, but have a car that makes me happy, than build something for the internet and then have to walk out to it every day and be like, gross. You know, you guys only have to see it twice a week unless you're watching old videos. I have to deal with it every day. I'd rather have it built for me, and you guys can leave me angry comments twice a week. But please don't do that. Just appreciate what I do. Another struggle of building a car on the internet is letting people know when problems occur. Because sometimes there are little things that aren't worth it for a whole video. Like my Bang & Olufsen amp went out early on in the car's life, and I think I maybe mentioned that a little bit in one video, but I had that fixed off camera, and you know, if I didn't tell you guys about it, you'd never know that I put money into maintenance on my car. It almost makes the car seem like it's perfect and it never has any issues, but it's really just that, you know, there are little issues that pop up all the time, like with any car, and I get them fixed, and it's generally not worth making a video about because it's like a one-off thing, or it's such a common thing that's already well documented. Which applies to mods too. You know, you say that you're gonna do a mod to your friends at a car meet on a Thursday night. Sure, whatever. If you do it, cool. If you don't do it, whatever. But you say it on the internet, your word is gold. That means that everybody is gonna expect you to do what you said. I mentioned a tune in one of my videos early on in the car, and you guys asked, when are you tuning it? For the next 7 months until I tune the car, 6 months or however long it was. Now, while I always had the option to be like, no, I'm actually not gonna tune it, one, that wasn't my plan, and two, you know, that would have made a lot of you guys really bummed out that I promised something and then didn't deliver on it. Whereas with your friends, you'd be like, I'm gonna build an 8,000 horsepower twin turbo LSX S4. They'd be like, yeah, okay. You say it on the internet and everybody's like, okay, we're waiting for it. So it is a real balancing act of showing stuff on the internet versus keeping it private. And the same thing with, you know, saying stuff on the internet versus just letting people see. Now, with my spring unveil for the car, I think I took too long to build the hype, and I think people actually got frustrated with me for teasing them and not offering anything out there. Whereas, you know, with your friends, you could show up with a half-done car and they'd be like, oh cool, but on the internet you show them the half-done car and then suddenly your unveil video gets half the views that it could have if you just built a little bit more suspense. But, you know, it's a balancing act again, because you can't promise something for a year and then deliver on it. People are gonna get frustrated and eventually forget about it. Also, if you have a YouTube channel or Instagram or Facebook or anywhere where you've been building a car on the internet and you've gotten some feedback or whatever, really, let me know in the comments how that went for you and how you handled it. As always, thank you guys for watching. Go out there and spread some positivity, and I will catch you guys in the next video.